still rips my heart out to think of those buildings in that day. And
especially if you see footage of the Pentagon, for me, it brings it back like it was literally yesterday.
Everybody remembers what they were doing precisely when they heard the news.
And I said, well, what do you mean it hit the World Trade Center? And I'm thinking a wing clipped it, you know, something like that.
And just said, Krista, an American Airlines plane just, it gets me upset even to today, American Airlines plane just flew into the World Trade Center. And I just went, no, can't be, you know.
Something in my peripheral vision caught my attention, and I looked over. It was the airplane hit on the other side of the Pentagon from where I was, so I never saw the airplane. But I saw the fireball go up, and I saw the debris virtually following the fireball.
And he said, Larry, the game just changed. We're at war.
It really sank in that we couldn't respond in a normal way when the buildings pancaked.
In an instant, we both began to get into action mode.
We started pulling it's called passenger name records, to try to figure out who was on which airplane, you know, next of kin, emergency contact numbers.
Typically, we would be wheels up within 2 to 3 hours of notification of an accident.
I immediately started trying to make plans to go to New York City.
The captain comes on and says we're making our approach or initial descent into LaGuardia Airport. And if you look out over the wings, you'll see F-16 fighter jets escorting us in. I thought, well, that was kind of odd. I certainly had never had that in an accident response before. And the young lady said, oh, I feel so much better knowing that they're there to protect us. And the person sitting next to her said, they're not there to protect us, they're there to shoot us down if we go off course. And I thought, well, that had never crossed my mind. And I have no idea I'm assuming they were there to make sure we were just doing what we were supposed to be doing. And we got to LaGuardia, and we opened up our command center and our family assistance center, as we did in Washington and Los Angeles and Boston. And things were different for us from a response standpoint.
One of the most provocative moments was when we were at the care team command post that night, and someone started talking about security. And I said, well, why do we need all this security? And someone said, well, we don't know who the bad guys are. We're letting any family member come in here, and we don't know if the family members of the terrorists are among us.
We were only allowed to work with families at the Family Assistance Center if we were going to do in-person work, and only if it was under armed guard.
The most troubling experience that I had, the one that really hit me to this day, I think about it, and that was when I went to Ground Zero.
Just dealing with the loss of life and then the family members was very, very hard. On 77, and most people don't remember this, there was a group of children because they were going on a field trip into California, and that's just very, very painful.
I just live with it every day. I really do, and hope and pray that we never ever have another situation like that again.
I don't think, I get on an airplane without thinking about 9/11. I certainly don't fly into New York without, looking for those buildings and knowing they're not there.
My heart still hurts, even talking today about this. And it can't hurt as much as those that lost somebody on the plane. On the positive side, I also got to see the best of humanity, the best of people sending things to give to people. I get to work with such great folks, and I know their hearts and how they're going to work and how they're going to respond. I'm fortunate for that. See, just make you cry.
Yes.
Love you guys.
Don't, now I'm going to get upset again.
No more questions, you're done. No more questions, you're done.